Hey everybody, my name is Joe.
I'm also Joe.
Welcome back to SNES's Life. Tonight,
My hair is... I didn't realize it looked that short.
it's all gone.
It is. I had to get it cut
Joe.
to be in uniform for Air Force.
And Joey's getting ready for Air Force, and yeah, they're like, cut your hair and shave your side. And wow, yeah, I mean, looking at you is different, but yeah, looking at you on the screen.
On the camera, it's way shorter, or it looks way shorter.
Well, that's because you had like you had like an afro almost, dude. You had like a massive bird's nest on your face. I mean, it was on your face too. Now you're all smooth. Moment of show and tell. My buddy Dave, good friend Dave of the show, made this for me on his 3D printer. Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It's just a thing to put on my desk or hang on the wall or something. It's cool. Dave's my buddy. He took me to help me get my arcade game and then made me that as a present. So thank you, Dave. Tonight we are breaking. We were supposed to be playing Cool World, but we didn't get around to watching the movie, so instead we're playing Uncharted Waters. Uncharted Waters is a game by Koei, who made Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Pacific Theater of Operations, Gemfire.
I think that's all the three we played.
Those are the only three we played. Well, now we're playing Uncharted Waters. Uncharted Waters is kind of
a pirate game.
You know, yeah, I guess it is. I don't know how to get there. Anyway, box art. I like it.
Yeah.
I kind of dig it. It's got realistic person drawings, like real proportions instead of super cartoony or anything. You got the...
It looks like an old painting.
It does. It does look like a Renaissance style painting. Yeah, you got guys in some armor. Everyone's swinging swords, and they've all got that Renaissance like poofy sleeve thing going on. You got the princess with the giant cleavage, which is, you know, that's fair for the time. Yeah, I think the cover art looks okay. Have a look at the back. Shoop. So the back, we're down to 3 screenshots in this game. Climb aboard your flagship, set sail. As a Portuguese captain, you search for fame and fortune. Cast anchor, new land, barter with merchants, exotic spices and gems. Expand your fleet, or be pirates. So over here on the right, we got, when you go to the tavern, or the, tavern, bar, local, whatever, you can gamble and play poker or blackjack. This over here on the left is, I'm guessing that's a battle scene. So you start the game with one ship, and eventually you can buy more ships, so you control like little fleets of ships in fights, which is cool, but I think it's going to take a lot more time than we're going to put into this game tonight. And then down here at the bottom right is when you go to port, you have this little top-down kind of Final Fantasy sort of walk around, kind of like Gemfire in the battle scenes. You know how you can move around in the battle scenes. So it's very limited, but it is there. So it's interesting looking. I turned the game on and played it for all of about 5 minutes just to kind of get a feel for it. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, the back doesn't look amazing, but I didn't think the back of Gemfire looked amazing either, and I actually kind of enjoyed Gemfire.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how deep this game is, how crunchy it wants to be, you know? It's hard to say. We do have a manual. Let's take a quick look at the manual. This is like a 40-page manual. So you get the cover art again. It is all color. I do love a color manual. Nice big table of contents. Your button layout and options. Here's a nice example. So this example gameplay kind of walks you through the first 5-10 minutes of the game. But that's it. After that, you are 100% on your own. Here it explains the characters. So you got you, and then you got the princess lady that you're trying to get, and then you got your first mate, who is like your dad's friend or something. I don't know. Get your main port. It explains what everything does. Here it explains what the buildings are. So you've got the guild in the top left. They sell you stuff that helps you navigate the waters and stay safe. And then you've got the inn where you can go to sleep. The marketplace where you buy, sell, and trade. The palace where you're going to meet the king if you've earned the notoriety to meet him. The lodge where you can get information on your ships in the shipyard. The harbor where you can set sail out into the water. And here it says how to like fight hostile fleets, taking on different like missions and tasks from the king and stuff. Again, I'm not sure how far we're going to get in this game tonight, so we may not see even half of this. Explains the strength of your fleet, how to upgrade them, how to navigate the ocean, which is way easier if you can find a freaking telescope, but the guild at the first town does not have one, so who knows how long it'll take for us to find that. Some hints on navigating. Tells you how to debark, get off your boat. You can go search for water on random spots and land if you're running low on water. Because you do have to provide food and water for your crew. Not to mention pay them. There are dangers in the sea. Here it explains, yeah, it's the war display. That's the fighter display that we looked at in the back of the box. Again, I don't think we're going to end up seeing that. And here's all the commands for your fighting. Your goal for victory. Here it explains the firing range of the different types of cannons you can buy. Again, this is Koei. It's a simulation strategy. Like, these games are crunchy. They just are. Here it explains the different types of ships. There are 4 or 5 different types of ships in the game. It explains your sails, your heroes and mates, because you can hire other dudes at different bars. The port commands, command list, sailing commands, commands when you're on the shore. Celebrated heroes is kind of talking about, actual famous people who sailed. And that's kind of cool. So Bartholomew Dias, Christopher Columbus, Amerigo Vespucci, however the hell you pronounce that. Explains, how sailors lived. Explains some exotic goods that were, big deals back then. And they get a limited warranty. Some advertisements for Gemfire, Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Here's one that's coming up, and I mean coming up quick. It was released in February of 1993. Aerobiz, you are in charge of an airline. I don't know if you're flying planes. My guess is not. I gotta tell you, I did not realize that this many of this type of game existed for the Super Nintendo, because I don't think I ever played a one of them, other than like SimCity.
Yeah. I can tell you, I didn't play any of them.
No, that's true. That's true. So, anyway, you want to go ahead and start the game up for me. And then we'll swap over and I will play it, I suppose. Koi. I wonder if it's Koei, Koi, or Koi. I'm just wondering if they named their company after a fish.
Well, it's not spelled the same way as the fish.
So. How do you spell the fish?
K-O-I.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. Hey, Ashi, thanks for the subscribe, buddy. You're the best. You're playing with power. That's what you're doing.
Really loud.
It's always really loud.
I'm saying on your computer, like they probably heard it through the mic.
I'm sure they did. It's whatever. Heck
hey,
yes.
I was right. It's K-O-I.
It's called by Prince Henry the Navigator. Heck yes. Ashi gets one of our first buttons. I think that makes you, I think you're like the 5th subscriber, maybe? Sounded fine on my end, he says. What are you up to tonight, buddy?
Echoed a bit.
Trying to stay in and save your money to pay for D&D. Austin had to, our D&D session cost him $150 last night because he got pulled over by the cop down the road. Got a ticket for speeding. You want to guess where?
I don't know.
Where do the cops always sit?
Church.
Yup. The church right up the road. Yeah, he's like, I got a ticket, and I was like, right up the road by the church.
Have you always slow down near that church?
Yeah, he didn't know. Also, to be fair, he wasn't just going like 5 over. He was doing like 45 and a 30.
It's a
yeah, you weren't really going to get out of that. To be fair, I mean, you're right. Right there at that stoplight, it goes from 45 to 30. And there is a sign, but if you miss that sign, it's like your only warning. That's pretty cool start graphics. The nice scroll screen, and then you get the boat coming on. Probably knock that down a notch on sound, huh?
Excuse me.
What? Alright.
On the way back, I looked and there is a single sign. Yeah, they don't make it easy.
No, yeah, and I tell you what, if you're coming from Toronto Road up Iron Bridge, it's even worse because out by the lake it's 50. it's 50 or 55, and then as soon as you get to the Spartan field, it drops to 45, and then like a quarter mile later, it drops to 30.
That's at some point after driving through it enough, you just kind of
Get
know
used
where
to
it
it.
is.
Well, and you also learn where the cops hide. So we're starting a new adventure. What should my name be? Bad Joe? I guess that's the old standby anyway.
It's kind of a piratey name.
This is okay? Yes, it is. Bad Joe. You have stats. Yeah, we'll just go with that. I get 59 bonus points. Let's be charismatic. Can I get everything up to a 70? That'd be great. I can. Oh, you reset it entirely.
Oh, she also says Bad Joe is a very pirate name.
It is a very pirate name. Yar. There we go. All my stats are above a 70. Enter the name of my flagship. I have a boat. What's its name?
In D&D, my character is a sailor, and his name is Rome, and so his ship is called the Rhombus.
Sail aboard the SS Dick. Yep, that's me. Bad Joe of the SS Dick. I am Bad Joe. My ancestors were nobles, but now I toil as a trader in Lisbon. Lisbon. Over the last 100 years, am I immortal? As prospered as new sea routes opened, yet I have struggled.
I think he's saying that Portugal has prospered for the past 100 years.
Nah, he is immortal. He has inside him blood of kings. He has no rival. No man can be his equal. You don't even know what it's from, dude. I mean, you know the song. You don't know what it's from.
You're right. It was made for a movie, right?
Ah, yes. The Highlander. I should make you watch that sometime. I want to make her marry me. My friend, the one you go. I wish it wouldn't just, it just scrolls to the bottom, but it does it so slow, and if you hold your A button to speed it up, as soon as it gets there, it just bounces the next one. They sailed home. He killed my father. The old sailor survived to tell me his last words. Never give up your dreams. Gave me strength. I prepared my own voyage. Used my saving for a ship called the SS Dick. With the help of the old sailor, I started trading with nearby ports. In the meantime, I would be a great fleet and seek adventure in uncharted waters. Call back to the name of the game. Look out.
I was about to say, they said the name.
Where to, Captain? He's got a fine hirsute beard. Unlike you.
He looks familiar.
Look at me, I have a cape. Talk to me. Or not. Okay. Don't talk to me then. So, this is the guild. I want a telescope, but they don't have it, so that's pointless. This is the inn. This is the bar. So I do want to go in there at some point. But first, I'll hit up the trader. Because this is basically what the little thing tells me to do. It says, start your game, go to the trader, pick your boat, sell all your pepper. So that you got some starting cash. And then if you want, you can buy some stuff. Still cracking up at it now. You want to buy whatever's cheap in hopes of selling it high. So I'm going to buy sugar at 25. I have space for 23 of it. 25. Can I buy 20? What's 20 times 20? 250. Yeah, I guess I could, couldn't I? How much will you buy? Ship is at capacity. So over here is the the king. I don't have the influence to talk to him yet. Here's where I could buy more boats, but I don't have the money to buy another boat. Whee! Look at my feet go. Let's go visit the inn. Or not the inn, the bar. Welcome. What shall we do, Captain? You can hire crew. You can find mates, which are like other guys that will captain other ship for you. You can fire mates. You can get tips or gossip. Gossip. Let's see. Let's see what's new. We'll have to order something. 30 gold. Fella's trying to tell us something. The marketplace in Libsyn is a good place to buy sugar. Lisbon. This is a good place to buy sugar. Well, that's great because I bought sugar. What about tips? So you can tip gold if they don't want to tell you anything interesting. You might be able to tip them into telling you. Let's gamble just for fun. You can play poker or blackjack. What do you think? Let's play a simple game of blackjack. Care for a round of blackjack? Place your bet. Sure. We'll spend the excess of my $7.95. Oh. Oh, you can only do 50 at most. Well, we'll do 50 then. Don't take advantage of me. Hit me. Oh, 17. Do I dare?
You need a 4 or lower.
I'll stay. Don't get carried away now. Hey, I won. Hot shit. I'll quit. Come again. Hey, so I won some money. There you go. Oh, and that took a whole day. Where to, Captain? Get out of the way. Shoot. Let's sail. Off we go, fellas. Sail for 18 days. You can see, I like this. You row out to your boat. And then your boat takes off. And everybody comes to say goodbye to you for some reason, like you're popular. So here's the main sailing screen. Oh, and I immediately started going that way for some reason. So I'm gonna stick close to shore because frankly I don't have the capacity to be going out to big sea. I'd probably end up dead. So move, debark. I don't want to battle. Which fleet? So I'm going to negotiate with this fleet next to me to see if they tell me anything. Sugar is best sold in Bordeaux, they tell me. So I got a little tip from them. Go to Bordeaux. I don't know where Bordeaux is, unfortunately. But hey, you know, maybe since they're coming from that way, it'll be that way. So you basically just have to hug the coast for a while until you... Damn it. There we go. You can see the screen lighten and darken with day and night, sunrise and sunset. We'll debark at the port. Seville, so this is not Bordeaux. So instead we will continue sailing. Because I got a bunch of sugar that I need to sell. Unfortunately, the game you don't really have a choice but to start as a merchant. Like, I wish you had more choice than that, but it's not like, do you want to be a pirate and start with a piratey ship, or do you want to be a merchant and start with a merchanty ship? It just starts you with like this piddly merchant ship. It has like no guns, no capability. You're looking at a map to try and find Bordeaux.
I hate to break it to you, but you headed the wrong way.
Aww. Did I?
Yeah.
That sucks.
You're heading south along the coast of Portugal.
Well.
You get to Gibraltar, which I'm pretty sure is a relatively large area. Wait, that's not in this.
What?
You already would have been past it. You're heading into the,
Into the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty... You know, I mean, what do you expect? It's got to pare the world down a little, huh? Look at all these boats out here. Why am I want to go this direction, not across the ocean. Well, I guess I'm not going to cross the ocean. The Mediterranean's not exactly oceanic, but... Oh, we're getting a raid with a party of 4 from the Controller Throwers podcast. Oh, hey, I found a port. Swiggity. Our raid alert did not go
Looks like
off,
that might be
though.
Barcelona.
What the hell? You know, that's the second time our raid alert has not worked. And the subscribe alert worked earlier when she subbed, but I don't know what the hell's wrong with our alerts. They kind of work when they want to and when they don't want to. This is Marseille. Or Marcel. Figure that one out. We're gonna stop. I probably need to get some water and food for the crew at this point. Where
Oh,
to?
you are way further than I thought you were.
Where is it? Oh, they've really shrunk the world in that thing, huh?
Yeah, you're at the bottom of France now.
Well, let's see. I bought sugar at 25. They're buying for 44 here.
I mean, that's higher.
I mean, yeah, we'll sell it all. So I got some money out of it. They're also paying 313 for these 2 quarts I have. I don't even know why I have quarts. Shit on it though. We'll sell them. Why not? What do they got to buy? Which ship is gonna buy goods? Everything here is expensive. Grapes is the cheapest thing, really? I guess.
There's a place in France just called Nice.
Nice.
I know it's not pronounced like nice, but
It's just funny. At the bar, see if we can get some tips. Gossip? Any gossip? I'll have to order something. That fellow's trying to tell us. You'll find the port of Valencia at 40 north and 5 west. And I don't have the sextant yet, which is the thing that gives you your longitude and latitude in this game. The next day. Let's see. Come on, give me my little dude. Go to the guild, see if they're selling telescopes. Purchase. A sextant. A nymph amulet. Oh, telescope. Bam. Hell yeah, I want the telescope. I kind of want the sextant too, but I don't have the money left.
they came up with a second one of these.
Yeah. There's this one and then Uncharted Waters New Horizons.
The Americas expansion.
Restock. Water. Let's see. I had 3 water left. Wow. Got that kind of close, huh? Food. Yes, I don't really have a choice. Alright, so the ship's full again. So let's set sail. Now let's see if we can find someone to buy our grapes for more than 32.
I wonder if it's randomized what sells best where.
I bet not. I bet it's set. So I bet if you were willing to write down the information, you could probably land ho, there's a port. And that's the bonus of the telescope right there, is instead of having to, so not all the ports are visible when you start, when you like come onto a screen. So like when I came onto this screen, this one right next to me was invisible. And then when you get the telescope, it helps you find them. Pisa. Yay, welcome to Pisa. Let's see if they want grapes for a decent price. Probably not. They're actually selling them cheaper than I bought them. Wonderful. Maybe we'll get lucky and these guys will tell us where to sell grapes. London will pay a fine price for grapes.
Well, London is the opposite direction of where you are.
Indeed. But that gives us a place to head towards, anyway. So, I'll tell you what, why don't we head for London? What the hell?
Are we gonna do multiple days of this?
Hell no.
Figured you would say that.
There's no way, dude. We can't. Look, I understand that these type of games are some people's jam, and I can get behind some of them. Like, I thought Gemfire was okay, and this game would probably be alright if you were willing to sink a lot of time into it. But that's time you and I aren't going to take. You know? Like, I'm not even sure that these games have a technical end to them.
This one does.
Does it?
Yeah.
Did you look it up?
I was looking to see if I could easily find a list of what sells best where, and that's why I brought that up. And it said what happens at the end.
Well, what happens at the end? Don't keep us in suspense.
The princess gets stolen by Turkish pirates, and you have to go rescue her.
Okay.
I guess stolen is the incorrect word. Kidnapped.
So I started at Lisbon,
Yep.
which is around this corner.
On the west side of...
Oh, see, they found another port. We're not stopping at a port, though. We're going this way. We're going to try and make it to England.
Remember to stop at some point for food and water.
Yeah, we're going to see how far we can get. It's probably not the correct choice.
I would stop here for food and water.
Think so?
Yeah. This is Seville.
I have no idea. It is Seville. I wonder what they're willing to pay for grapes. I'm almost out of money. Got like $200 left. Shit, that's less than what I bought them for too.
I'll just head out then.
Get out of my way! Alright, so the town controls aren't the greatest. At least the water's free. Food, on the other hand, not free. And I can only take 5 barrels of food. Wow. They are not willing to sell much, are they? Alright. 13 days is what we got. I mean, you cut around the world pretty quick, so maybe we'll get lucky and get to England before we run out of food. Maybe. Hopefully. Nano Goblin, hey buddy, how's it going, Nano? Hello friend, how the heck are you? We're doing great. playing this weird economic strategy. Not even sure what else to call it.
Merchant game.
No, there's a call. It's kind of like a civilization game almost. I mean, not quite, but you know. All right. So this is the side of Spain, right? So logically, England should be right up here. Maybe. Oh. It's kind of hard to get the boat to go at an angle. Oh, we're so still. I thought it was a picture at first. That's fair. Where am I at? And where the hell is England?
Well, you're going right. You're gonna probably run into France or Germany.
Huh?
You can stop there and find out.
That's true. I think I shall. And you can look it up and tell me where the hell I'm at. Bordeaux.
Hey, you're in France. You found where we were gonna go originally to sell the sugar.
That's great. Wonderful.
I mean, if you just follow the coast, you'll probably get to London.
Is that where they were going to buy the grapes?
London, yeah.
Was it London specifically?
Yeah.
Alright. Hey, found another port. Would you be interested in doing a 3-player multiplayer Secret of Mana? I mean...
What was the Secret of Mana, the card game?
No. Secret of Mana is a role-playing game that is notable for the fact that they programmed it to work. It's kind of Legend of Zelda-esque in that it is... You can... All 3 players on the screen are active at once.
That's London. Should be, at least.
And I actually have the physical game in the other room. London! Swiggity. Tell me you are willing to buy grapes at a ridiculously high price. Have you heard of the troubles out at sea? Ships being swallowed up in certain waters. Okay. Same, I assume that means the game is talking about. I mean, I wouldn't be super opposed to something like that. Jesus, he is really willing to buy those. 62 bones. Hell yeah, sell them all. Look, I got money again.
Wait, was that 62 gold for a grape?
Yeah. Well, for a crate of grapes. What are they selling here? Grain. They sell a lot of grain. Grain is cheap. Nah, I tell you what. Let's roll over to the... This place has been telling us where people buy stuff. See if they tell us where to sell, like, grain. Nothing happening. Well, that's just great. I got it rather cheap from a guy that was being forced to sell his retro collection. To be wife wanted a fantastic honey. That's sad. I feel sad for that guy that he had to sell his games for a retro collection.
Seems like a poor deal.
It does seem like a poor deal, doesn't it?
I would not agree with that decision.
I fear I gotta buy something to sell, right? I don't have any idea what.
I mean, I guess grain.
And grain does seem to be the well, cheapest doesn't mean the best. Let's buy cheese. We'll buy cheese. 35. What I've been carrying is basically 20 of everything, so let's take 20 cheese.
You're taking cheese?
Restock my food and water.
Cheese.
I got 14 water. I started the game with 18 of everything, so let's just go with 18. I bought his entire collection. It was amazing. Wow, you should feel bad. I mean, you shouldn't, but...
Looks like cheese sells well in Bordeaux.
Does it? Well, then I think we'll go back to Bordeaux. Did you find the trading table?
Yeah.
He walked away sad. I walked away with the biggest grin I've ever had in my life. Yeah, I bet.
It sells even better in Bremen.
And that was Bremen.
Germany, I believe. Or close to it.
God, I'd have to go like all the way back around the Straits of Gibraltar, probably. Look Bremen up. Look, I mean, as long as we're gonna gimp the game, we might as well.
Bremen is in Germany.
I have no idea how.
You just keep going that way, actually.
To the right?
Yeah, it's above France.
Oh. And ho, there's a port in sight. Wonder if that's it.
Yeah, probably.
So I bought cheese at 35. Hamburg.
Dang. Hamburg is a bit further to the right than Bremen is. Dang, did I find one for a newer version of this game?
That's possible.
I'll be sad.
Well, let's check out Hamburg. Maybe they want cheese. The Germans like cheese.
I don't want New Horizons trading data.
They sell cheese cheaper than I bought it.
Nice.
Scheiße. Well, that's... Oh, here. Maybe the pub tells me where to sell cheese, though. Since apparently cheese is the only thing they sell in Hamburg. You'll find the port of Santo Domingo at 1075. That's not particularly helpful. I mean, I'm less worried about where the port of Santo Domingo is and more about what port I can sell my cheese off. I'm so cheesed off, man. I got 14 days to figure out where the hell to go.
Just keep pulling up stuff for New Horizons.
Anyway, Nano, you mentioned playing a 3-player game of it. I mean, what do you mean? Is that on, like, the Switch NES Online or something? Can you play it with other people? I specifically bought a physical copy of it because I have a multi-tap, and I thought maybe I could get Joey and Louie to play it someday. Not anytime soon, but someday, you never know. I don't know, I'm only about an hour or two into the single-player campaign myself.
Well, Bordeaux does buy it at a high price, and we know Bordeaux exists. So.
Oh, really? So now I'm going backwards?
I mean, it's not that far.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't super far.
This is definitely a higher version of the game.
Yeah,
you can craft things.
Oh, yeah, you're probably looking at New Horizons or something.
Probably. There's also significantly more cities, I think. It's got Antwerp, Bergen, Copenhagen, Plymouth, Calvi, Malaga, Porto, Caffa, Ragusa, Basra, San Francisco, Amsterdam, Bordeaux, Bremen, Calais, Dover, Groningen, Hamburg, Helder, London, Nantes, Oslo, Genoa, Marseille, Pisa, Tripoli, Valencia, Syracuse, Arguin, Launda, St. Georges, and Kakadu.
Wonder if this is Bordeaux.
It's on the edge of France.
Yep, Bordeaux. Well, hopefully they really like cheese. Because I paid $35 per wheel of cheese here. How about I stop at the end? We might hear some news from the guys.
Oh. Maybe it's telling you that, it's telling you to go to the inn.
It did say the end, huh? Welcome, how may I help you? You. Use the background. States. Huh. Economic worth, investment, industrial worth. Alright. I mean, I can view my own stats, I guess. Well, it's not, they're not really telling me anything here. Alright, well, come on, Bordeaux, buy my cheese. They are buying it cheaper than I bought it. That's not helpful.
Well, now at least now we know that this list is definitely not for this game.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say that list is not for this game. What are the chances this inn tells me where to sell cheese? You aren't Bad Joe, aren't you? Someone's looking for you in Tunis at 40 and 5. Where's Tunis? Shall we do, Captain?
Tunis in Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Tunisia. That's probably the correct pronunciation of that.
Seems likely.
It is next to Italy. So you'd have to go back into the Mediterranean.
Okay, sure. Why not? The chance of me finding who is looking for me is probably slim. The statue of the Pope there. Or the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody.
Have you heard the Spanish Inquisition joke?
I think so. It sounds familiar. They go to the doctor.
Yeah.
The doctor at the hotel or something.
Let's see if I can find the joke. This is a version of it. I got sick at this small hotel in Madrid. I called the front desk and they told me they had a doctor on staff. After he made me feel better, I told him I was amazed that such a small place had a doctor. He nodded and said, "No one expects the Spanish Inquisition."
Yeah, I've heard that. I can appreciate it, though.
There was a much longer one I read about the dude buying an inn, living there for years, and then burning it down for insurance money.
Okay.
And they found him guilty, and everyone was surprised because no one expected the Spanish Inquisition.
That's bad.
How many physical cards do you have in your collection for Super Nintendo, if you don't mind my asking?
I don't know. 50, 60. I'm very picky about what I bother to keep. I actually just sold a bunch of stuff off recently thinking the word finance. I sold a bunch of stuff to finance my pinball machine. Buy my cheese. Hey, they're buying cheese at a slightly better rate.
What are you more excited about? The Nintendo stuff, the arcade machine, or the pinball machine?
Well, right now I'm excited about the pinball machine because that's what I'm working on.
Well, yeah.
God, everything here is terrifying expensive.
Which do you think you'll have enjoyed the most?
I don't know, frankly.
I definitely think that the pinball table is going to require the most effort.
For sure, for sure.
Wait, is that Hemo? Okay. For some reason, I thought it said Hemogoblin. Like a blood goblin.
You're a blood goblin, Nano. Congratulations.
From the distance that I'm at, it looks like it says Hemo. Fair enough. I should be a little bit more picky myself, yeah. Also, it's a joke off of hemoglobin. Lord Gruber says R. I don't know if R is quite the right word. We're more of merchants right now than pirates.
No, I'm buying cans. I'm gonna go shoot somebody.
Never mind.
Apparently I can't buy that cannon. It's $200 a cannon. So that's 800. I can buy 5 cannons. Cans are loaded. I'll buy your old guns at half price.
Oh, my back.
All right. We're gonna go find a ship and try to sink this bad boy. Because I
You
want
have 5 minutes.
Yeah, I want to figure out how combat works before we're done with this stream. Yeah, I don't care how many days we got food. We're gonna go kill somebody.
Maybe.
Shh. Well, we're probably gonna get sunk is what's probably gonna happen, but whatever. It's worth it. The music's nice and relaxing. It kind of reminds me of SimCity. Alright, let's go find a boat. How many carts you got, Nano?
Actually,
More than you care to mention.
I don't dislike this game, but I feel like there's not a whole lot
To it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly a lot
obviously there's a lot in it, but like there doesn't really seem to be a defined goal.
Well, I think it's open-ended that way. You're supposed to figure out what you want to do, whether you want to be a merchant or a pirate. And I think merchant obviously is the easy way to go. Piracy is probably the harder route. My God, I can't find another freaking boat. How am I supposed to fight somebody if I can't find anybody to kill?
You're gonna starve before you find someone.
I am gonna starve before I find someone, which sucks.
Where did you just come from, Seville? Are you in the Mediterranean?
Oh, there's a port. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna hit a port and hopefully pick up some food and water, although I don't think I have any money.
Where's this place?
Majora? What did it say?
You're in Spain. Or not. Yeah, no, it is Spain. It's just an island.
I had 1 barrel of water left.
Well, if you keep heading to the right, eventually you'll get to Tunis.
Oh, will I?
Yeah. You'll hit an island that I believe is part of Italy, and then if you head south from there, you should be on the coast of Tunisia.
Oh. I got money for food. I didn't realize I had money. I thought I was pretty much broke. What do I got? I see talking in the chat, but I'm...
To be honest, my pride and joy collection, I have to say, is my Sega Saturn. It's not the amount that I have, per se, but the rarity of the items.
Yeah, Saturn was one of those short-lived eras of machinery.
Was it good?
Depends on your opinion of good.
It sounds like it was very poorly received.
It didn't do well. It was... Sega had a real bad time between the Sega and then the Sega Dreamcast, because they kept making all these add-ons for the original Sega to make it a 32-bit system when the Sega Saturn was a 32-bit system. And by the time the Sega Saturn finally got rolling, like, PlayStation was getting ready to gun out. So it was a bad run for Sega. It wasn't Sega of America's fault, from what I gather. From what I read, it was Sega of Japan basically forcing it on them. But I could be wrong. I may be misremembering what I read. Alright, so if I go to the right, I'll get to Tunisia?
Well, if you go to the right, you'll hit part of Italy, an island, and then you go south from there.
And you'll hit Tunisia?
Well, you'll hit Tunisia, and then if you just go along the coast to the east.
Well, hopefully I find a boat.
Hit Tunisia.
Boat, come here. I'm gonna fight you. No, come back.
I think they're going to port.
Battle! Oh, it's the middle of the night.
There you go. Not the middle of the night.
Yes! Attack the warships. Uh-oh. This is where I see you to the day. And you will beg for mercy. I have a feeling I'm going to lose. Oh! 1 versus 5 ships. Yeah, it's going to end poorly for me, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want to see the fights. Oh, he's shooting me. He's shooting me again.
Oh, he's got 5 ships to shoot you with.
I mean, they can't all reach me, though. What are my orders? Fire back! Yeah, I'm gonna die.
I was about to say, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think you're gonna do too well.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to sink right here. Boom. Boom. Yep, there I go. To the briny deep of Davy Jones.
It was well timed.
Excellent timing, Rob. May 12th, 1902, Captain Badjo lost his life in a stormy battle at sea. Yeah, so, like, based off that, like, we've been playing the game for 10 minutes. To even consider a life of piracy, you have to have enough money to buy multiple ships and multiple crews. And the time investment it would take to get that kind of money in this game would probably be bananas, is my thought. But it's 10 till, actually 8 till, so let's talk about this game. Graphically speaking, I think the game looked okay, frankly.
Yeah, I think graphically it was alright. It wasn't good, but I don't think it was terrible.
Like, look, in terms of the Koei games we've played so far, Romance of the Three Kingdoms looks terrible. Pacific Theater of Operations looked really good, but God, it was so crunchy and difficult to understand. Gemfire looked in between, right? So, like, it looked more like this game. It was much simpler than Pacific Theater,
There was
but
another
way
one
better.
we played.
Huh?
There was another one we played.
Was there?
There was, but I don't remember what it was called. It was the one with the plagues.
The plagues?
Yeah, the plagues swept the land and killed people.
That was Gemfire.
Was it Gemfire?
Yeah, it was Gemfire.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think... Wow, it's like froze on this screen. Like, you can't, It legit game overed me. It's like you're done playing, dude. I think this kind of reminds me of Gemfire, and the graphics are simplistic, not super high detail, but they're okay looking. I think the sprite works okay. The color palette's fine. I think it looked okay.
I agree.
Sound-wise, I enjoyed the music.
I also enjoyed the music.
Yeah.
I think the sound was pretty good.
Had a very relaxing soundtrack. Now, it was the same. I didn't really hear it change at all, but it was totally acceptable. It was a nice, calm soundtrack. It wouldn't irritate me, I don't think, because it was just kind of light enough that even hearing it for an hour or two, you probably wouldn't care. Other than that, there wasn't a lot of other sounds. The cannons, when we got into the fight there at the end, those sounded okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the sound was alright. Gameplay, much like the other Koei games, this is a kind of a crunchy game that would behoove a lot, and I mean a lot, of time investment. And that's something we don't have the time to do. Nor would I want to, frankly. Like, I get that in its time, this was probably a solid game for this, but there are just better options now in games like Civilization to play a crunchy kind of game like that. That move way faster. So I think, you know, the gameplay seemed okay. It wasn't difficult to understand, really. Like, it was pretty obvious when you went in places what you were doing. The menus were fairly navigatable for me. Yeah. And the instruction manual is actually pretty thick. Like, it explains everything fairly well. So, I don't think gameplay was a problem, other than just it's deep and crunchy and slow. And that's... I don't know that that's a bad thing if that's the kind of game you're looking for. Not the game I'm looking for, though.
I feel like it would be enjoyable and probably get a thumbs up if it weren't so aimless.
Yeah, you're going to do a lot of just aimless wandering back and forth to ports, buying and selling for a really long time.
We don't really know what the whole goal is other than just increase your relations so you can talk to the king.
Yeah, eventually you start having excess money and you start selling stuff in such vast quantities and investing in ports that the king will eventually like, hey, I need to talk to you, and then he'll send you out to do missions for him, like go sink these pirates, or I need you to take these deliveries over here, and then you just keep doing that until you eventually get like knighted, and then eventually you get to marry his daughter, who apparently gets kidnapped by Turkish pirates, and you have to go save her. But God, I can't imagine how long that would take.
And it doesn't really explain that
is the
gonna
goal.
Happen. Yeah, like for Gemfire, it was choose a dude, take over the land.
Yeah, pretty much.
For Romance of the Third Kingdoms, it was choose a dude, take over the land. Pacific Theater of Operations, it was kill
pick
the
America.
other enemy.
Yeah, pick America or Japan, kill the other side. Look.
I don't think it's worth a thumbs up, pretty much only because of how aimless it is.
I will say this. I would play this over Pacific Theater or Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
I agree.
I would not play it over Gemfire.
I also agree.
And kind of like you, I'm torn. Like, I feel kind of bad to give it a thumbs down. So maybe this is a game that earns the caveat.
I don't think it's worth
I don't
a thumbs
think it's
up.
worth a thumbs up. Well, I agree. I don't think it's worth a thumbs up. I'm going to give it a thumbs down. But I'm going to say, with a caveat, that if completely open-ended games are your bag, then this is probably on that level. Like, you could wander aimlessly whatever direction you want, doing whatever you want. This game is not going to bully you into finishing it. Like, there's no, well, you absolutely have to do this. You could do whatever you want. Like, if you eventually get the king to be like, hey, would you do this for me? You probably have the option to tell him no. Would not surprise me. I don't know. Is it for me? No. Is it for you? No. But it might be out there. It might be someone's thing out there. So hell, you never know. So thumbs down.
Yeah.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Caveated by the fact that if you want an open-ended game, or if these big crunchy simulation games are your thing, then I would pick this over. This makes second place of the 4 we've played. You know. I would play this before 2 of the other games. I mean, that's saying something anyway. But that's it, guys. Thanks a lot, Rob, Nano, Ashi, for jumping in. Thanks, Ashi, for the subscribe. We appreciate the hell out of that. We are going to watch Cool World between now and Saturday.
Yeah, we ran into this issue with Red October.
Yeah, we did. We just kept not having time to watch it. But we did finish The Umbrella Academy, so now we should be able to watch it at some point. And then Saturday also, from 4 to 6 p.m., Joey's competing in the RGB High Score Challenge. He's going to try and speedrun Ninja Gaiden.
I'm not good at it.
Which is to
Don't
say,
get your hopes up.
He's not going to speedrun Ninja Gaiden. He's going to spend 2 hours dying. I'm actually betting that he doesn't beat Ninja Gaiden. And the worst part is they're like the first 2 guys to play it both beat the game in under 14 minutes. And then I think there's 2 more people that are in like the teens. And then tonight, I'm not sure either of the guys tonight beat it, but I'm betting Joey doesn't beat it. Hell, I've never beat it. So, I mean, you watch some of these guys play this, and they have the strats, man. They're just blasting through it. I'm like, yeah, that's not me. I'm gonna play it. Well, he's gonna play it, and I'm gonna enjoy it. But I don't see either of us getting the chance to beat it. I think there might be an open time slot on Sunday. So I may end up playing it as well, just for shits and grins. But yeah, I don't see us beating it. So that's it, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll be back on Saturday for Ninja Gaiden, and then that night we'll be back on even later for Cool World, based on the movie, which we are going to watch. And it's Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta play Link's Awakening. I'm excited. So yeah, actually, we'll be doing a lot of streaming on Saturday.
Yeah.
We're gonna have 2 hours for Ninja Gaiden, or an hour for Cruel World, and an hour for Link's Awakening. Yeah, so We'll see you guys on Saturday night. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
See you guys.